I'm your host, Doreen Barnes, and joining me via Zoom happens to be chair of the Thousand Islands and Gananoque Arts Network. I'm talking with Dennis O'Connor. Dennis, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Okay, so tell us, there is the Thousand Islands and Gananoque Arts Network, but you're also partnering to actually bring in the Ontario Culture Days, correct?
Absolutely. The Gananoque Arts Network is an organization, a not-for-profit that was put together a couple of years ago, and it is totally run by volunteers.
Wow.
As the arts organization that is here in Gananoque, we put in a request to be the art hub for Ontario Culture Days, and we won it. So what that means is during the month of October, September to October, we are able to list any cultural event that happens between the St. Lawrence up to Sealy's Bay and into Brockville. So anyone with any kind of cultural happening during that period is welcome to contact us, and we would list them for free with Ontario Culture Days. Ontario Culture Days is a free event, and none of the participants can charge for this event. So that's what it is. It's about promoting culture within Eastern Ontario, where we are now, and sharing with people the love of culture, the love of painting, singing, and dancing, and just everything in general. So it's about celebrating culture in our area.
I think that's nice.
I'm sure you must realize that culture is a major, major economic driver, and the more culture that we can get very excited about our area, means that we are much more attractive to tourists and other people who like to travel for culture.
So what is happening on September the 23rd? September 23rd.
Well, there's 2 days there, and that is going to be the Gananoque Arts Fest. It's part of our contribution to Culture Days, and we have 2 days of rather exciting things happening in the Gananoque area, where we'll be having music and clay arts. We have a pottery studio. We'll be having studio tours, and anybody else. The way we're treating this is very much organic and very fluid. So we're not creating a lot of things, but we're encouraging friends and neighbors, if they want to have a porch party and have music on it, list with us. We're encouraging people to become as creative and share as much as they can. And we're there for them to help them publicize it and get it out.
I just want to make sure I understand that the Thousand Islands and Gananoque Festival goes from September the 22nd to October 15th. So the 2 days that are more or less dedicated to the Ontario culture, is that September the 23rd and 24th? Just please explain. Is that right?
See, the Gananoque Arts Network every year does an arts fest.
Right.
And that particular arts fest that the GAN Arts Network is doing is one of our contributions towards Ontario Culture Days.
Okay.
Any event that happens within that time period is more than welcome to become involved. And in fact, Gananoque, once again, this year is hosting the Kingston Prize, which is Canada's portrait competition.
Yes.
Being held at the Fire Hall Theatre. That falls within that period, and it is a free event.
Nice.
So that's a very exciting event, by the way. And we also have the Thousand Islands Waterfront Festival that is happening on the same weekend that the GAN Arts Network is doing this event.
So, Dennis, can you tell us about Crafts on the River? Where is this happening?
Crafts on the River is actually, usually it's at Town Hall in Gananoque.
Yes.
But for this particular weekend, we are going to have them down by the river at the same time that the Thousand Islands waterfront concerts are going to be happening.
Oh, how
so
nice.
That's where they'll be for that weekend.
Oh, that's great. Now, vendors, are you going to be having any vendors for the festival?
Well, the vendors are part of Crafts on the River.
Okay.
And that's where they're to be found.
Oh, how
now,
nice.
A lot of these studios that will be hosting people into their spaces would have product that they have for sale as well. But it's really more about sharing the arts with everyone. And you know, it gives you an opportunity. You walk into the pottery studio and you would like to know how you can become part of that, or how to make, I don't know, I used to make ashtrays way back when. That's what everybody made, because the pots always turned into ashtrays. But, you know.
So people can actually engage with the artist and ask them all kinds of questions. That is wonderful.
Get engaged with the artist and also learn how to do events themselves so that they can share with their neighbors or other people as well. And this is what it's all about. This is about trying to increase culture within our area to attract more and more people into our area. I know that here in Gananoque, we're fortunate in that we have 3 theaters. We have the Gananoque Arts Network. We have several art galleries. And we have a sculpture garden. We really have the bones, the bare bones, to really become a cultural destination. And it's hope that within the next few years, that continues to grow.
Oh.
The same thing that's happening here can happen anywhere else. You know, it could happen in Brockville. It could happen in Sealy's Bay, in Lansdowne. But that's the whole idea. The idea is to encourage the arts.
Right. So, Dennis, for the people that want to go on the art tour of the local artists, is there a brochure or a map or a pamphlet that people can obtain?
All the information for all of these things is going to be at the Gananoque Arts Network, which is on Main Street. And you would be able to go in there at any time, first of all, see what's going on in there.
Yes.
And at the same time, you would get all the information for all the things that are happening. The reason why we don't have anything printed up as yet is because, as I said, it's very fluid.
Yes.
Someone could decide at 10 o'clock in the morning that they're going to do a square dance in their alleyway. Well, you know, we're sticking it on the board.
Yes.
Again, it's just all the love of doing things together. There's another component in this that I quite often I think is missed. And culture is an amazing thing. If you're in, you know, for mental health, creating helps. We've been through, you know, the pandemic. We've been through many things. There's a great deal of problems with mental health at this point. And one of the best ways is to get involved in creating and getting involved in culture. It's important not just for the tourism aspect, but it's very important to our citizens who quite often in small towns don't have many options.
That's true.
As to what they can do.
Very true. So Dennis, where do people go? Is there a website that people can actually go to see all this information?
Yes, you can go to Gananoque Arts Network and follow that.
Okay.
But as I said, it's really quite fluid.
Yes.
And I would really recommend that people come in on those days. We're going to be having some nice snacks and cold drinks as well.
Yes.
For everyone. We have a children's program as well.
Good.
So if you come in with your with your children, they can sit down and be very creative themselves. Every Saturday, we run a children's arts program, which is free, totally free.
Good.
And, everything that they need to create is there for them.
Oh, that's wonderful. So is the location at 167 King Street East in Gananoque?
That's right.
Oh, perfect. That's perfect. We'll look forward to it. Thank you ever so much, Dennis, for taking the time out of your day to have this interview with me.
Absolutely my pleasure.
Okay.
It's for everyone. Come on out, everyone.
I'm sure they will. Thank you ever so much.